4:44 Eastern Standard Time. All right, good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. I certainly hope and pray that all is well. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. All right. For those who need the message, once again, like yesterday, guess what? Just so you know, you're doing great, sweetie. You got folks cheering you on. All right. Keep going. Keep living. Keep striving. Keep doing. Keep growing in your abundance. Okay, I know it's a lot going on in this time and space, but balance. Gotta have balance. So last night when I was trying to rest, you know what these people do, these people that are trying to stop you and stay attached to you and all of that kind of stuff. Of course they do their black magic on you and sitting there, I don't know, all type of shit. So they projected one of those things, because let me tell you something. Like I've said this before, but okay, some things, in your humanity, sometimes you're gonna have up days, and sometimes you're gonna have down days. Some, you know that's part of just being human, okay? But see, I used to experience this too, right? You be feeling down just up out of the blue. Don't know where it came from. Don't know why. What is this all about? And that lady who raised me, I used to tell this woman just about damn near everything, especially when I was younger. But as I got much older, that shit ceased. Okay, I stopped doing it, and oh boy, it's just so funny. I used to just think I had such a wonderful relationship with her. The game that was played on me. But anyway, so I would call her and tell, I call her like practically every day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. And, just be talking, just like, I don't know, I just feel kind of blue today. Just kind of blue. And I wouldn't think anything of it. I'm just thinking, okay, that's just me and my humanity feeling kind of blue today, and maybe sometimes it was, okay? But I also know sometimes it wasn't. And at first, y'all hear me mention Bobby Hemming a lot because I used to like literally sit and watch his videos and his lectures like for hours and hours and hours on end. Oh, so anyway, and he had talked about that, how sometimes people can throw their energy off on you, you thinking that it's you, and you just start feeling blue out of the, feeling down out of the blue for no apparent reason. It's like, well, what is this? Where is this coming from? Why I feel like this? You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those types of energies that was sent to me last night it almost felt like trying to encapsulate me once again. And, and I don't know, they might have been putting my image in a whatnot, some kind of jar or some shit like that. But to feel down, to make you feel hopeless, okay? Like you can't move forward. This is one of the key things. I mean, it's all over YouTube, the tactics that these people use, these energies, these entities, use to try to stop you and hinder you, stay attached to you, to try to diminish you and take your essence and all of that, right? But the energy can feel so heavy. But I feel like even though it can feel so heavy, just like the key, okay, to not letting it overcome you and overtake you is the knowledge that, it just came up out of the blue. I was just doing fine all day. It just came up out of the blue. What is this? And the knowledge that there are people that are in energies and entities, so on and so forth, that are seeking to pull you down, okay, and keep you where they want you to be, to harness off of your energy, so on and so forth. So we're going to find out. Now, y'all don't see me work. I told you, you don't have to use a pendulum from the store. You can use anything as long as it swings, okay? Don't believe the capitalistic lie. Okay, I told you there are plenty of people in other parts of the world, they're not using them nice, pretty crystals on a fucking long ass, ridiculously ass chain, which I still don't know what that shit is all about. To work a pendulum. Okay, so I have another necklace here. Okay, I forgot what this symbol is called. What is? Oh, this is lotus flower here, and I forgot the symbol up under. I forgot what it was called. Okay, hold on, I heard something. Make sure everything's all right. Right? You all right? Okay, I thought I heard something. Okay, and I hope I don't want to be on here long. I want to watch some movies. I got a very, very full weekend. Okay, so I want to take some time just to chill and watch some movies and stuff. But, we'll see what happens. Okay. The energy that I felt last night, I call it black magic witchcraft. Okay. Or evil workings, okay? Was someone doing some evil workings on me when I was in my bed last night trying to sleep? Okay. This is yes. Okay. For those of you who have been watching, all right? This is yes. Matter of fact, if you're new here, stop, please. I'll just say, what is yes? So you can see for yourself if you haven't seen my pendulum before, okay? That's yes. Stop, please. My pendulum swing, I should say, okay? What is no? Okay, so you see. All right? Okay, so you see, okay. Now, initially, I thought it was crazy ass Brie. Okay. The evil workings that was being done on me last night, was it being done by BreaunaJewellBellamy? No. Initially, I did think it was her. But then, as I sat with it for a minute, I said, no, this ain't her. That ain't to say that she ain't done no shit on me before now. Okay? Because she had a lot. Okay. Was it Zarita Augustet Haru that was doing the evil workings on me last night when I was in my bed trying to sleep? Okay, now y'all don't heard me talk about her. Okay, so you see it saying yes. Okay, stop, please. Was she doing it by herself? Okay. So yes. This bitch just got a determination, huh? She just ain't gonna leave me alone. Okay. Like I said, you can't really do nothing about people. I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Okay. You can't stop. You do your prayers and do your prayers and your protection and so on and so forth, okay? But it's you gotta know for yourself. Again, know thyself. Okay? So sometimes when I like to go back and look at my videos, right? When I be smoking this vape here, it's funny, blow up my mouth and let it, stream out of my nose. And I noticed this a minute ago, and I kind of laughed. So I said, these bitches, I know how these bitches are. They'll find any little thing you do to talk about you and make fun of you, especially at BreaunaJewellBellamy. And a lot of these motherfuckers, once I see that they throwing shade my way, I just stop watching that motherfucking ass. Some of them not right away. But somebody had subscribed to my channel. What's the name of the channel? Dragon something other, which was so funny to me because when I was watching myself on the video and I saw it like coming out my nose, it says like a dragon. And then I saw somebody had subbed like. But anyway, so we're gonna do a couple readings today, because why not? I want to say thank you to you all who are subscribers, genuine subscribers. Thank you to you all who support me, support my channel. When you have had the experiences that I've had, and a lot of people have had, where, like I said on my one video, I've been one of the most rejected bitches in the world. Okay, I've been experiencing rejection all my life. Okay, bullying in some form, rejection, all of that shit, made to feel like something was wrong with me and blah blah. Okay. You kind of walk through life always with the shield up. Okay, which I feel like you should anyway. See, some of these things that happen to us are good for us. Okay, because as insane as this world is, and this shit ain't new. Okay, I don't know if things have increased. I don't know. Okay, I'm not one of those people who think, oh, like I said, this is the worst time ever. No, it's not. Shit. No, it's not. Okay. At the worst time ever in history. What history book you got that made you feel like that? No, fuck, it's not. Some of the shit that we see in history, the things that people endured and went through. Okay, it's been some insane, crazy ass shit. Okay. But anyway, so, people are crazy. So it's good to have a shield of protection up around you. Which I feel like, in a way, I don't know. I can't say I always had it, but people will do the things to gaslighting you, so on and so forth, for you to drop your shield, and then they go in for the kill. Okay, which is what happened to me. Okay, but not no more. Okay. And you should protect yourself. It's not about being in fear or anything like that. What is the scripture that says in the Psalms to guard your heart? Okay, I'm not gonna look for it right now, but you should. Okay, that's called being wise. All right. So, you tend to have your shield up and always kind of, on guard in a sense. Okay. I mean, that's one reason why I don't have my comments. So if you don't read comments, and here come the trolls or the people that's working to attack you and all of that kind of stuff under fake accounts, just trying to disturb you and distract you. You don't deserve to be here. You're going to be here, okay, but you don't deserve to. Really, you don't deserve to be here. But you don't get a chance to bother me when I'm doing my work, okay, and try to distract me and all of that kind of thing. I forgot where I was going with that exactly, but nevertheless. So let's find out what she wanted, what she was trying to do, what was the purpose. And it's so funny to me, like, I said, I have not always talked about every single thing that they have done to me, okay? But I've talked about a lot, and it's like, I laugh, I said, they don't think I'm going to talk about it. They don't think I'm going to talk about it. And my parents going to be telling me, or whatever, be telling me, no, they don't. Okay. That's part of, once again, the karma. That's part of their karma. It's like doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, hoping, wishing, praying for a particular result. Thinking that things are going to be different. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. She ain't going to say nothing. It's going to work this time. Over, 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 over. You can't imagine, like, that's like on a hamster on a, wheel, just over and over and over and over and over again, and the loop stuck. Even though it's nerve-wracking to you, it can be nerve-wracking to you. Okay. But for you, it will just, and when I say you, I'm talking about those who it's being done to, who are innocent of this shit here. For you, it only helps you to build up your protection and your armor. Okay. And do some inner reflection. It really helps you to discover who you are. You got to be somebody and something for people to be constantly trying to get at you and take from you and steal from you. Okay. Sometimes these people, they're trying to do any and everything they can to stay attached to your energy. Okay. And who tries to attach to the energy of somebody that ain't doing nothing? I hate to, let me just say, who just a bum. Okay. I don't mean a homeless person. I'm just saying who just a bum. They don't try to, why would you want to attach your energy onto that? Okay. You got some star power, honey. Okay. what they say, you taste good. Your energy tastes good. It's just too good to them. Okay, a lot of people benefited off of you being around them. Just you ain't even look at yourself like that. You just living, just doing, just being. You know what I'm saying? And they benefit off of it, so they would try to do anything they possibly can. Okay, to stay attached. Now, I said it could be because last night I said, any contracts that the person that y'all call Nikki Can Lewis have with any of y'all, them shits is broken. Them shits are null and void. All contracts, I revoke all contracts and agreements with malicious entities, and I stated their names. Okay, so just this act of desperation, trying to stay attached. Let's find out, was that it? Okay. Is that what Zarita August said Heru was trying to do with the evil working she was doing to me last night? Trying to stay attached to my energy. Okay. Here we have yes. Okay, stop, please. Is that because I revoked all contracts I had with her? That she was trying to do that last night. The evil workings to stay attached to my energy. I'm getting no. Okay. So really, I don't know what it was. Why? So let's see what the cards say. 2 shuffles. Nine of Pentacles, and we'll probably need some money. Ace of Cups upright. The Empress upright. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. The Hangman in reverse. So let me just ask real quick. Along the lines of the same questioning, was she doing it last night because she needs some money? No. No. Okay. So let's see what it is. Here. Okay. Oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna ask my pendulum one more time and then see what I can pick up from the cards. Is because, along the lines of same questioning, is it because she does not want to be alone, left alone? There it is. There it is. This was a woman who told me often that her greatest fear was being alone. See, sometimes people will draw the things that they fear the most, they'll draw it to them. Well, bitch, I was with you all the time. I was with you all the way. But jealousy overtook this woman's heart, which I don't know why. I'm 12 years older than a woman. I'm so stumped at that whole phenomenon of jealousy in this day and time of younger people being older, of jealous people who they've lived like, bitch, when you was 12, I was done with college. Why would you? I don't understand being jealous of an older person. I just don't, Shit, I remember, I don't know if I ever talked about this woman when I was in college. See, I went to these small schools here, high schools. Well, the Catholic school I went to when I was in 11th grade. It was small compared to a public school, but it was huge for me because up until that point I had gone to really, really small schools. The one school I went to in the 7th grade, from the 7th through the 12th grade, it was only 100 people. And it was about, like, I would say 95% Caucasian. Okay. So my first black teacher, I did my first year of college at community college, Cuyahoga Community College. So I had my first black teacher ever. Besides, like, a vacation Bible school or some shit like that. But my first black teacher ever was there. at Cuyahoga Community College for English. But then, man, when I went to Howard, shit, it was like a whole nother world for me. Like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my, people talk about black excellence and shit, you know. But anyway, I would hate to be a student there now with whatever is going on in the black community with this music and wearing bonnets and pajamas and all of that shit outside. I don't care. You know, I'm just like, ugh. Anyway, you know, when I was in college, if somebody even walked across campus with some pajama pants on, are you fucking kidding me? The fuck? You know, you looked at it, whatever, honey. But anyway, I say that for another day. Anyway, it was this teacher that, now mind you, when I went to Howard, I was in my second year of college. Okay, so and all my credits transferred. So I wasn't really like a freshman, but I wasn't necessarily a sophomore either. Okay, credit wise. But there was this black woman there, and she only taught freshmen, incoming freshmen, a history class. I don't remember her name because I never had her because I had already taken that at community college, so I didn't have to take it there. This woman was shit sharp. I mean, just shit fucking motherfucking sharp. Okay, and return to sender on your motherfucking ass, whoever you are. But anyway, this bitch was shit sharp, man. I used to watch her walking across camp. I mean, everybody just like loved her name. That was one of them professors that it was name was all throughout campus. Everybody loved this woman. Okay, and again, most incoming freshmen, everybody had to take her class. I was so pissed because it's like, man, I can't even take her class because I took this already. That was a woman we used to sit around and look at her and be like, man, I want to be like that. I want to be like her, you know, when I get her age. Not jealous of her. Shit, the bitch is like 40, 50 years old. What a 18-year-old, 20-year-old gonna be jealous of an older woman. It was just like, you know, when you saw an older woman, especially a black woman, I ain't gonna say especially a black woman, you know, um, just like live, you know what I'm saying, and just sharp and had done all these things. It wasn't a spirit of jealousy. It was a spirit of teach me. You know what I'm saying? I want to walk in the footsteps. God damn, how do I get to where you got to? Teach me. So this thing of jealousy, I mean, like, bitch, you're fucking, something's wrong. But then too, you have these mothers, and I think that's probably this girl's problem, which I've talked about plenty of times on here, who they have they're jealous of their daughter, and they do these evil, nasty things, and they say these evil, nasty things to their daughter, which I think her mother did to her concerning me. Because when I came home, and that woman raised me like basically go get her, and I did, you know. See, shit, I didn't know her and her mother was having issues and problems. I didn't heard, but you know, things she did was allowed to do and get away with. Wasn't no way, motherfucking hell, I could get away with that shit with the woman who raised me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way, motherfucking hell, I'm just gonna walk up out the door and just be gone. When you get back, you know what you about to get. And it was just like, I just had this respect and reverence for this lady who raised me. It's like, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But see, also, I did not, although I did feel like the black sheep and like I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't getting the same kind of love as my sibling and so on and so forth. At the same time, I was not berated. You know what I'm saying? You know, she didn't berate me and basically tell me I wasn't shit. You know, she didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like her mother probably did that kind of shit. And then these mothers be doing this shit, parents be doing this shit. Well, why can't you be like such and such? Well, because, bitch, that's not who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? Comparing your child to some other person to make them feel small, to make them feel like a nobody. You do because you don't like the child, you hate the child, you mad at the child. And more than likely it got something to do with some goddamn man, especially when it comes to a girl, maybe the child's father or something like that. So any fucking way. So I think that has been part of this girl's problem, which ain't nothing that she ain't been fucking told, okay? by me, the goddamn spiritualist she damn near worshipped here, and a whole host of other folks. But goddamn, when it's your mother, it's still your fucking mother. You know what I'm saying? Mothers have such a strong hold on the children that they birth, right? Or that they just even care for, and raise and whatnot. A lot of power. It's a lot of power over a human being. Okay, they can change the trajectory of your whole life, your whole mindset, everything you want to do, everything you want to be, so on and so forth. A mother has the power through her words, her actions, the way she looks at you, so on and so forth, either to propel you down that path or destroy your little path before you can even walk on it. Okay, and I mean, what you want to do here in your mind, they can just destroy that shit, totally dismantle your whole entire fucking being, which is a goddamn shame, but that's the reality that we live in. So I feel like this girl, I do feel like, yeah, she don't want to be by herself from what I'm looking at here. Okay, she doesn't want to be left alone. All right, but see, I was there with you, and then you got crazy ass BreaunaJewellBellamy. Go hang out with her. Go call her. Get her to care for you and love you the way I did. That bitch ain't gonna do shit for your fucking ass. Before you know it, I didn't listen to her whole skanky ass video, but before you know it, she'll be claiming you trying to kill her too. With her weird ass, okay? But anyway, yeah, because you loved her. Okay, and she saw you as a mother. Well, me, I'm talking about. Okay, and she saw me as a mother, and I think that made her mother upset. Okay, sometimes the child will they will have more respect for one person over their own mother if that person has come in and shown them some care and love and affection, okay, and loving you for you, which I like the girl. I didn't think nothing was wrong with everybody else. Had so much negative things to say about her, but see, she could have been tricking and fooling me. But I was like, well, she fine to me. I don't understand why y'all don't like her. You know what I'm saying? But she had to be liked and loved by everybody else, and everybody had to hate my guts, and try to destroy me because who she thinks she is, and we gonna kill her and take all her money. Okay, in the essence and a being. But I feel like she saw me as a motherly type figure. One time when I first got here, came back, and I mean, I had been here a minute, but it hadn't been a year, I don't think. I called her, you want to hang out with me this weekend? Yeah. Okay, so I go pick her up or whatever, and she was come over where I used to live in this apartment and stay overnight with me. Come over on Friday, and I'll probably take her home like on a Sunday, okay? So her mother calls. We sitting there watching TV. Her mother calls. And she said something along the lines, I think I said this once, but she said something along the lines of, when she go with you, you got to ask me now. And I said, no, I don't have to ask you anything. Me, I don't have to ask you a motherfucking thing. Shit, I think I was about, how old was I? Probably about 29 or some shit like that. 28, 29. No, you're not talking to me like that. You didn't know that she was with me? No, I didn't know she was with you. She always do that. She always leave. See, that's a problem that you all have. You and your daughter have. Which I don't know nothing about that shit. I haven't been here, and even if I was, it's none of my fucking business. You need to talk to your daughter. She has to ask you if she can come, which I thought that she did. Okay. The girl's 16 now. You don't have no fucking control over the kid. And bitch, what you think I got? Where you think I got her? Roaming the streets, in the fucking bars, drinking and shit? Which I didn't do shit like that. Despite BreaunaJewellBellamy's lying motherfucking ass, because she thought she was going to get something. Yeah, I do be in the lie so I can get some money too. So no, don't, and I told her, don't you ever call me with no shit like that. Don't ever call me talking to me like that. I'm not no little girl. Whatever issues that you have with your daughter, you need to fix that. And yeah, I said that. You need to fix whatever. And the girl was sitting right there. You need to fix that. But I said, I will let her know that you can't come with me anymore unless you talk to your mother. Unless she knows where you're at and what you. But you ain't gonna tell me. I gotta tell you shit, or I gotta ask you shit. The fuck. I have to ask you a motherfucking thing. So that probably pissed her off too. You know what I'm saying? But she'll be all right, okay? Because them issues that you have it's just so fucking tragic. But at the same goddamn time, it's so typical. It's so typical. I really, at that time, I didn't realize so many of the issues that young women had with their mothers, okay? Because of jealousies and all of this type of shit, okay? Whatever the shit the girl had been trying to do, whatever seed she had been trying to plant, okay, nothing has come to fruition, and she's trying to find some kind of way to relieve herself and get unstuck. And see, I was the type of person that, you know, you hanging out with me, we talking, I'm sharing some wisdom to you for where I was at that point in my life, you know, and me not knowing and me being so naive and all that kind of stuff. See, she would probably go back and say, well, Nikki said, well, Nikki said, well, Nikki said. And that probably pissed her mother off. Okay. Well, shit, you didn't teach her nothing. And I ain't the only one to say that in your family. She didn't teach you nothing. I mean, I wasn't trying to take over, and I didn't know what the girl knew, what she didn't know. We just having conversations. Okay. So that probably pissed her off. Okay. But nevertheless, okay. But it's a goddamn shame. Okay. You didn't teach her anything. The girl was roaming around trying to figure out life and trying to understand life and trying to have life, make a life for herself without any kind of instruction whatsoever from her own fucking mother. Okay? But why you mad? Because you didn't teach your shit. Ten of Wands in reverse. Prince of Pentacles upright. Okay. The Emperor. That shit keeps, well, Four of Swords upright. Okay. Wanting to relieve herself of the burden that in the hole that she placed herself in by coming after me and attacking me and going on this whole campaign. I don't know, bitch. Did you not think that you was gonna get no karma for the shit when you know I didn't do anything to you but was good to you? But see, that don't matter. See, I was talking to a reader one time and she told me, she said, see, what these people do is they really have this belief that if they get involved in some kind of dark arts, you know, and all of that kind of thing, that's going to give them power and that's going to make a way for them. Okay. Not realizing the backlash. Okay. And that there's going to be backlash for it. Especially when you do, you know, you call on these dark powers to destroy someone. Okay. So what I was getting at earlier when I was saying, in terms of my relationship with her, I can imagine, I'm not saying this is the case because I don't know their conversations, but I can imagine her mother probably hating that shit and probably telling her she don't like you, you ain't good enough for her, things like that. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, because this is the type of shit that people do. Evil shit to hurt and destroy the child all the more. I kept hearing, like I said before I came here, when I came back, that, you know, her mother was mean to her and her sister was mean to her and everybody was mean to her. And I was like, well, I don't believe it. I didn't believe it. Until I sat there one day, I went to pick her up and I sat there and I saw her mother and her sister tag team her. They was tag teaming. Okay. They didn't say these words, but in some words, you ain't shit, you next. Now you ain't shit, now go for it. Now, you ain't shit, you next. You ain't shit. I said, they're like, what the fuck is this shit? And I'm looking at her, and she just looking just as pitiful and poor. In spirit. Okay. So nevertheless, okay, trying to so what the fuck did you expect her to do? Okay, trying to probably relieve herself of the burdens that she has brought in on her own life. Okay, I'm hearing her own downfall. Okay, according to something. Like according to the reaps, I'm hearing in her heart, basically what she's sown. You know, what is it? You will reap. She has reaped what she has sown. Okay, it's come back down on her. I'm here affiliated. Okay, affiliated with her being. Now, I'm not quite sure what this is about here. Hold on. I just feel like, okay, losing her way, but trying to find a way to come up out of the caves here, out of the doldrums, okay, of life, okay, the burdens, okay, that she has reaped on her head, that she's reaped on herself, and she feels like you can help her, you can assist her, but I won't, I wouldn't. Okay. This emperor might represent her father. Her father wasn't there in her life. Okay, her parents were divorced. I don't know the whole thing about that, but I was the flower girl at her mother at her parents' wedding. I was like 3 years old. I was so cute. Okay, but anyway, I had so much fun. Like I just remember at the wedding standing there, kind of feeling like, how long is this gonna be? I want to sit down. I want to go play. You know what I'm saying? Little kids be so cute when they be like the flower girl and the ring bearer, and they gotta stand up there for that long ass ceremony. But at the what was it? The reception afterwards. I mean, it was at some party center. I had so much fun. When her mother threw the bouquet, I went over there and I tried to catch it. I had a lot of fun that night. I used to think her mother was so pretty when I was a little girl. Her mother was such a pretty, pretty woman. And I remember at the reception when we were getting ready to go, she had a drink. She was drunk than a motherfucker. She had a drink in her hand, but she had the cherries in it. I was a little girl, all I saw was the cherries. And I looked up at her, I said, "Can I have your cherries?" And she said, "Wait a minute, babe." She was drunk as fuck. I remember her looking down at me. She said, "Wait a minute, babe. Wait a minute, baby." So she took the cherry out and she licked it to get the alcohol off of it, and she gave it to me. But anyway, okay, so I'm thinking that this may represent her father, okay, and the need. I don't know again why the man was not there. That's their business, okay. The need for that kind of that fatherly figure strength, okay, in her life. And this may be something that she's thinking about, okay, and looking back on and contemplating about, okay, what a difference, okay, in my life he would have made. Now he did come back around when she was much older, because I remember I was in my your 30s, because I had my daughter at that point, and I remember her telling me that her dad was moving back here, and I just couldn't wait to see him myself, because I remembered him from when I was young and whatnot, and I was thinking that would be good for her. But anyway, let's keep on going. Okay, the devil here in reverse. Okay, the high priestess. I'll pray. Okay, and the princess of swords in reverse. Okay. Looking, I feel like, for a high priestess energy to remove this devil energy that she has called onto herself, and probably wanting to reassure me and tell me that she ain't gonna target me. Okay, no more bullshit. Princess, princess of whatever, what pentacles in reverse. Okay, king of pentacles in reverse. Okay, and the six of cups. Upright, there it is. Okay, all right. Let's see. Okay. One thing, this girl, I always admired about her. I always, and this is something that I've shared with her, okay, I always admired her work ethic. Okay, that girl would work. That girl worked. That girl always had a fucking job. Okay, and she worked. Okay, and I admired her work ethic, and I told her that, you know. And I'm saying that because that came across my mind looking at this Princess of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if she's unemployed, doesn't have a job right now, or even if it's not necessarily like unemployment, like a job, maybe maybe not able to make the money that she wants. Okay, like it's not coming in. Okay. I'm hearing institution, institutionalized. I don't know if she possibly could be in some kind of institution or something. Because she did have, like a lot of people have, I'm not going to just dog her out like I have unless, you know, the fever come over me while I'm doing this shit right here and I get pissed. But there's nothing wrong, you know, people, especially nowadays, you know, uh, with people having so much more awareness of, you know, mental illnesses, or even if it's not like a mental illness, like where there's this great diagnosis, oh, she's a schizophrenic or has bipolar or disorder, whatever. Now, sometimes people just, with all the ills in the world, especially having to deal with the kind of shit that she had to deal with, and the kind of shit that she constantly walked herself right the fuck into. Okay, but understandably so, when you don't have no real guidance and you got somebody just berating you all the time, and it's your fucking parent. Okay, especially if it's your fucking mother. Okay, you know, I ain't gonna give that woman no fucking excuse. Okay, but anyway, I don't know if there was somebody in her life that was giving her money, or they were helping her out financially, but maybe no longer. Okay, this person may not be in her life any longer. Okay, or not giving her what she needs. It could be a sibling, because I think when her father was much older than her mother, considerably older than her mother. So I think he had been married before and he had children. So I think there were two boys that she met when her father came back, you know, to the area and back into her life. I don't think she had met them before that point, but she did develop some kind of relationship with them. I never, with one of them at least, I never met him. Okay, so I don't know anything about that. Okay, he very well may have been helping her out financially. I don't know. Okay, succeed or whatever. Okay, but there's definitely, we're looking at some either child. This is, I feel like, talking about childhood issues, possibly childhood trauma, as well as maybe because she has a sister. Okay, I see a sister, I see a girl, I see two girls here and a boy on this card. Okay, which possibly represents that. Okay, and she was the youngest of all of them, and so this child here, okay, there's one that's younger than the other two in this picture. Okay, the boy looks older, and then the girl, and then her, and that's exactly what it was like. Okay, the boy was older than her sister, than her. Okay, and I think there was another boy, but I don't know. She never really talked about him much. I think she met him, but I'm not sure. Okay, I don't remember. Okay, but anyway, okay. So something childhood issues here. Okay, and with this here, okay, what again? Just not getting what you thought you were going to get out of the whole thing. Okay, but still striving and trying to make things happen, trying to hurt me and diminish me and take from me and steal from me and be me. Okay, and like that ain't what your mother wanted. But your mother's tricking you and playing games with their fucking ass. Okay. Now, if you don't want me to come in, okay, you don't want me back around, because I'm going to show enough tell you the motherfucking truth. And you're not going to want to hear it. I'm not going to play no games, okay, with no motherfucking body. Okay, fuck that shit, okay? So if that's your thought, okay, that's what you in your head about. But you in your head about something, and it's got you tied up and bound here, okay? And I feel like you cannot figure out what to do, okay? Looking for, you know, happiness here. Okay. But at the same time, I feel like you don't want to take accountability, okay, for what you've done and the role that you played, okay, and trying to hurt and destroy and diminish me and get with old crazy ass BreaunaJewellBellamy, okay, if that's what that is, okay, who was pretending to be sweet, sweet, but you was too, okay, and you're not. Okay. Well, both of y'all thought y'all was going to get some money up out of this shit, but look at this shit here. You might have got some money out of it. Of course you did. I saw your pictures a few years back on there, okay? Of course you did, but you damn sure didn't think you was going to be up under no judgments, okay? But here you are, okay? And shit has been exposed. All your lies, okay? All the things you lied about yourself, me, and whatever other no good shit you did in the process. This shit is now exposed. Okay, you not no little girl here. You need to, whatever this shit is that you got going on, okay, you need to fucking go and walk away from it, turn your back on it. Okay. Quit trying to be with goddamn fools, trying to strategize to hurt somebody and win at all motherfucking costs. Okay. Uh, Living in some kind of fantasy. Once again. Okay. Illusion here. I don't know what this King of Swords is all about. Okay. I don't know. Every time I look at this card, I think judge. Okay. So I don't know if you're in some kind of legal trouble or okay, you should be. Okay, you should be. Okay. And probably like you wouldn't sleep with my ex and whatnot. And you probably was doing it before he was my ex, okay? But I don't know, did you think I was gonna get married or some shit like that? Okay. Okay, just walk away from the fucking conflict. Okay, but once again, something you don't want to walk away from here. You're still participating in something you have no business, probably to hurt me. Okay, and still ain't realized that's not going to be. I don't know who this motherfucker is. Okay, but maybe this is somebody else, some other man you trying to befriend. Okay, to get something. Okay. So you can live here and relieve yourself. Okay, you want some fairness and balance and justice, but how can you have justice when you brought injustice to another? Okay, again, doing your magic with a group of motherfuckers, and it has not yielded you. Okay, what you just want glamorous shit. Okay, all right. Right. You're not, I don't know, you ain't gonna tear down nothing over here. Okay. I'm sorry that you was celebrating too soon, thinking that you was gonna do that shit, okay? You just need to bring that shit to an end, to a close. Okay. All right. So it's, at least from what I'm picking up on thus far, you don't want to be alone. You're trying to tether yourself, because I keep hearing that word, tether yourself to me and my energy, probably hoping I'll come back around, but it would not be. Okay. It will never be. Okay. I'm done. Okay. But at the same time, you don't want to take accountability. You don't want to change. You don't want to grow. You want to keep doing the same dumb shit over and over again. And then I come back around and then y'all succeed in getting me in the grave. And you be some, well, that wasn't my intention, but we do got some money. Okay. I don't know. Okay. But these are the things. Okay. So I'm thinking that the point of the energy that was sent to try to make me feel down and bad and all of that kind of stuff was so that I would reach back out. Honey. Okay. If God don't lift me up, ain't gonna be no lifting up. If I can't lift my own self up, it ain't gonna be no lifting up. It will not be anything outside of me, no source outside of me, no person outside of me that will do that for me. Okay. All right. It's just nerve-wracking. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Now take care of yourself first. And really, sometimes only, unless you have children. I have a daughter. Take care of you. You love on you. You put you first. And for for those who don't like it, they can't take it or whatever, what that got to do with you? Nothing. They'll be all right. They got to get on board. You be the example for them to put themselves first, take care of themselves. All right. Excuse me. Now I got these. I done talked about it before. These channels on here with these children on here. These channels that have subscribed to my channel with their children. Are these people, the people that are behind those channels, are those people that I know? Mm-hmm. Of course. Now, I don't know how to ask this. Are those children that are on those channels, are those children being trafficked? What did it say to y'all? Yes. Okay. Now, I don't know about every single one of those channels. Okay. I don't know how many there are. Okay. On every single one of those channels in my subscription list were there children that are highlighted. There's nothing else on there but children. Are every single one of those children being trafficked? See what I'm saying? And you send this, you report the shit to you. Look, you report the shit to YouTube. And he said, you need to look into this. These look like maybe some child trafficking shit and nothing. Nothing. Is BreaunaJewellBellamy behind any of those channels with those children on them that I just asked about? Bitch, I'm the least of your fucking worries. You and Gavalia Coffee. And you calling me pathogens, and I'm the least of your issues and your fucking worries. I ain't saying the woman involved no child trafficking and whatnot like that, but you involved you got you behind some of those channels, maybe all of them with your fucking crazy ass. I'm the least of your fucking worries, bitch. And you calling me fucking names. BreaunaJewellBellamy, metaphysical life, death mastery, because that's all she brings to herself and the rest of society. Death. That's all she talk about. You gonna die. They gonna die. They did. They gonna die. Everybody gonna die. Die, 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 die. And what happens to children that are trafficked? Now, I ain't saying she doing it, but you behind them channels. Meaning, if you buying them channels or getting them channels or something from people you know, you're dumb. Dumb da dum da dum dum. Dumb. Dumb. So basically, those are like child trafficking channels. Okay. Everybody that's watching this that ain't fucking nuts and crazy and ain't here to spy and act a goddamn fool, people need to be making reports. I shouldn't be the only one. Look at it. Is YouTube aware of those quote unquote child trafficking channels? No. That's what I'm getting. But YouTube need to be made aware of it because it's on their platform. Now, I did my due diligence. I already posted 2 in my comment section that people probably just said. I don't even know if y'all can even see my community. I mean, my community tab. I don't even know if y'all can see that shit. It don't look like it. But you can go to my channel and hit community tab. Okay. And I'll post some more. And somebody else needs to report those channels to YouTube. You need to look into this. This is on your fucking platform. I mean, people already got issues with fucking YouTube and whatnot, and lawsuits and all type of shit roaming around out there. I think they've already had to deal with shit like that. That ain't something that, I mean, like, what the fuck is that? What's happening in America? So that channel that subscribed to me the other day with that bunny on is talking about I would kill you in your sleep. Was that BreaunaJewellBellamy? Was she behind that channel? Okay. Wow, I got no for that one. Okay, stop please. The one with the little black boy in it. Was she behind that channel? Okay. So at least she behind at least one of them. And again, I'll post the ones that I see. Hit the community tab, goddamn. Even if you don't see them, you sub to me. And even if you're not, but you sitting over here watching and you watch me or whatever, you don't have to be sub to me. Hit it and report the fucking care about the goddamn kids. Give a fuck about the children. Somebody, please. Anybody. I mean, can you just fucking imagine? All right, let's keep going. Now we're gonna do another reading on Miss BreaunaJewellBellamy, since she can't leave me the fuck alone. You can't do nothing but fabricate lies about me. I mean lies, vicious, 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 malicious, evil-hearted lies that could possibly land me hurt, in prison, or anything. A woman I have never met a day in my life. But she can't crawl her ass here. They're her friend and family. Yeah, they are. No, they were. They weren't even that when I was talking to your motherfucking ass bitch. But you sure came here and got involved with, and then go say she didn't. But made all kind of posts. So you're senile, bitch. You forgot about all them posts you made. Showing, I'm in Cleveland. I'm from Cleveland. 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 Another thing. You say I told you that I grew up around a lot of Masons. No, I didn't tell you that. But all the men that you talk about that came in and that you play in your vagina and your pussy are probably Boule or Masons. Duh. Kendrick Lamar, probably one or the other. The shit is all over fucking YouTube. 19 Keys, probably. And I taught 19 Key. So you taught him all the secrets, the Mason, the Boule man. You're a fucking idiot. The motherfucker here that you claim he tried to kill me too. All up standing in front of the big buildings doing all the brick buildings behind them doing all the hand signs. Another one. And some secret society group, whatever. They know all the big time peepers. Well, we know how that shit go. So you didn't just grow up around them. Your daddy, the Mason, who know all the big time peoples, you fuck them. And tell them all the secrets. Bitch, you're dumb. What we need to know about this heifer? What I need to know about this heifer? Breonna crazy ass JewellBellamy. Let me get these 2 more butterfly shuffles. Somebody need a house to live in. Somebody, I don't know if somebody is homeless. Or they need a home, something. I'm talking about these people that I know here who've been trying to attack me. Or who have been, not trying, have been. Is there someone in that lady who raised me, her family, who needs housing? I don't know if they're stop, please. Are they homeless? People come in. Now, I had a dream last night about with her and her son, my sibling. I don't know if that's her son. I ain't gonna even get in all that. I was like, I ain't gonna even ask. Goddamn. I don't know. Okay. But it was about the house again, my grandparents' house. And I'm like, what is this shit about this fucking, I don't even live in the house. The house has been sold. There's some desperation about this house. Okay. So it hit me that somebody is in need of some kind of housing. Okay. I don't know who. I'm not gonna ask. Okay. Let's see. Seven of Pentacles. Princess of Cups. The High Priestess. Ten of Pentacles. Look at this shit. This motherfucker keeps coming up for that crazy ass BreaunaJewellBellamy. I don't know if this is supposed to be these people's childhood issues and traumas and shit. Or what? Okay, let's see. Planting of seeds. They're trying to plant seeds, trying to make things happen. But you can't plant no faulty ass seeds and think some shit gonna come up out of it. I just heard in her fucking voice. I know. You somewhere trying to trick and fool somebody again. Goddamn, Bree. I eat rum, drink rum, and eat chocolate, and drink coffee. The things that people the world over. Everybody who don't eat fucking chocolate, for the most part. Who ain't had rum? Cigars. Who ain't? A lot of people don't smoke cigars. You're trying to pretend like you are you're trying to get some money. Trying to get some money. Again, you keep, Lord have mercy, honey. Pretending like you know something that you don't. Oh, I just heard I am the father of lies. Yes, you are. Well, we wouldn't say father, but that's what you work with. Lies. You're a liar. Your whole life is a lie. That's all that you know. That's all that you are. But you're just trying to obtain money and favor, pretending to be something. This you lying to someone. Okay, or you got a plan to. The Hierophant. The World. Temperance. Of course. A scammer, a con artist. That's what you are. You're pretending like you lying to somebody. It's something either about 3 children. You got you or something about nostalgia here. Or maybe again it's fantasy that you've had since you were a child. Or you got 3 children. Or more. Trying to pretend like you're holy, okay? Like you have matriculated through something. This, you're lying to someone. Once again, trying to get someone, trying to obtain some favor, trying to get this, once again, trying to get some man's favor, okay? To worship you, to put you on top of something, okay? On some type of pedestal, give you ground here. Okay, high up. What I'm trying to say, grounding. Okay. Balance, temperance, give and take. But I'm here. I want. Give me, give me. But this is what you're lying about. That you can help them if they do this for you, but all you plan on doing is stealing, taking. But see, what you have been able to get away with in the past, you're not going to be able to get away with it anymore. You didn't get away with it over here. You might have got something, but not all you thought you were going to get. But there's another energy here that's watching and waiting for you. Okay, whoever this is that you lying to and playing games with, bitch, you better watch yourself. That's why I heard last night you need some armor or protection or something. You better watch yourself. Which came up before when I was doing them other readings on your motherfucking ass. But you don't listen. Look, Ten of Swords, that's what you're gonna do. That's what you do. Three of Cups. That's what you do. You backstab and betray. Queen of Wands. That's what you do. You backstab and betray so that you can steal. You're lying to someone, pretending. Okay. Or you're about to. You working some kind of plan to do it, to lie, to steal, to manipulate. Okay. Growth here, growth and development. So you think it's, again, you think that's going to put you up somewhere. Okay. So you can, and you think it's going to be wonderful in a celebration. You think you're going to lead something and be. You think you're going to lead something and be in charge of something and be looked at as this great queen. I'm the queen. Yeah, King of Pentacles, a motherfucker with money. Okay. Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. Princess of Swords in reverse. You're targeting someone once again. Okay, probably some man, or you plan on doing it. Some man with money. I don't know. Maybe Kendrick Lamar. Shit, for all I know. Goddamn, I don't know. Okay, but that's all it's about. Is money. Okay, and you have done this. Well, we know you've done it before. Okay, but you're trying to do it again. You're working a plan to put it together again. You're trying to do something to so this person, this man here, can be open and vulnerable to you. But I'm telling you, bitch, you ain't gonna be able to do this shit. Okay, you're gonna go after and target the wrong person. Okay. You think it's going to, once again, it's going to bring you some happiness and some joy, okay? And that you ain't going to be in judgments, okay? But you are going to be rejected here, okay? This thing that you're planning, I'm hearing operation that you're planning. What you need to do is walk away from the conflict here, okay? But you're going to try to win at all costs, once again, as usual, okay? Always. Okay, and take over and sit on some fucking kind of throne, thinking that it's going to make you rich. But bitch, I don't know what you're going through right now, but this is where you're going to be in this Seven of Wands in reverse and Nine of Pentacles in reverse energy. You're not going to have anything. This is what I'm hearing. You're looking once again, okay, this is just all about money, and you think this is going to bring you some fairness and some justice, and this is what I deserve, this is who I am, this is where I belong, so on and so forth. But it's going to bring you into the wheel of the misfortune. You're going to be exposed. Okay. You're doing it to the wrong energy. Okay, you're going to be exposed here. Okay, and what you think you're going to get out of it, okay, for being a goddamn fool, you're not. Okay, whatever it is, I don't know if you're going to try to compete with somebody, some goddamn woman or something like that, okay, you're not going to be victorious here. Okay, that strategy that you're planning is not going to work. Here, let me shuffle these. One butterfly shuffle. Anything else? I'm hearing she needs to back off. Okay. You're crawling into the wrong territory. See, you think you know something. You think you know so much and that you're so great and talented and wonderful and marvelous. You mean you really know you're not. You just think people are just dumb. I'm telling you, whoever you plan on targeting this time around, it's not going to work. Whatever you think you're gonna steal, here it is, right here. Steal from this person right here. This person who got something. Okay, you just let it go, bitch. Let the plan go and go sit somewhere and do some inner reflection here. Okay, it's not going to work. That's what you're gonna do. Try that feminine wild shit again. I'm hot and sexy. I can teach you. I can teach you things. I talk 19 key. I can teach you. Anything else? Once again, she's not going to work. It worked in the past. It worked at times. Okay. Your little magic shit that you do, your little dark magic, your little black magic with your evil intentions, it's not going to work. You're headed into the wrong direction with the wrong person. You're going to be exposed. You're dealing with someone who has balance, not like that motherfucker that you came here and did all kind of black magic over his dumb fucking ass. Who does it himself. Okay. It's right where it's going to put you, in the wheel of the misfortune, bitch. Anything else? Okay, I'm hearing that's it. All right. You senile pathogenic liar. That's what you are. I'm about to watch me some movies. It's 5:55 Eastern Standard Time. All right. I think that's all I have. Okay. You all have a favor. Peace.